What's up, YouTube? This is part 2 to my interview with Grammy Award-winning music producer and artist, Printz Board. Before we get started, make sure you guys smash the like button and hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below if you have any questions or concerns. Also, if you're a musician and struggling to get your career launched, you don't know where to go, you're having issues with your production, you don't know how to generate more streams, you don't know anything about business, you don't know how to generate income from your music, you don't know how to leverage yourself to get more opportunities such as sponsors, management, investors, or interest from a record label, make sure you look in the description box below and click the link to book a 1-hour consultation with me, and we'll go over all of those obstacles and we'll discuss and put together a strategy for you to reach those goals so that you can start living the life that you want for yourself. Okay?
Beauty is irrelevant.
The producer to a songwriter. I know they're kind of like synonymous, but we're talking actual lyrics over like music.
Yeah.
And like one of the I guess for a lot of artists like who want to be songwriters, one of the main things that they want to do is they want to write for the biggest artists. They want to work with Selena Gomez and they want to work with Natasha Bedingfield.
Yeah.
And I know a good way to do that is a publishing deal.
Mm-hmm.
So
for sure.
We spoke recently about your publishing deal, but when would you say is like the right time for a writer to even consider like pursuing a publishing deal?
It's definitely different now than it was 10, 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. And now I would say you can't really pursue a publishing deal unless you have something percolating.
Okay.
I mean, and that could be as small as, oh, I did this song and it's got 500,000 hits on YouTube. Mm-hmm. You know, people will gravitate towards that. I mean, the whole thing with publishing is the anticipation, the possibility, you know? Mm-hmm. They're gambling. The publishers are gambling.
Right.
They don't care about your career and you and building you up. Mm-hmm. They're gambling. They're hoping that you're going to write something amazing so the 50,000 they gave you turns into 500.
Right.
That's what it is. Mm-hmm. It's an investment. And a lot of publishers, I'll say on top of that, don't necessarily do the, oh, let's plug you with this. Oh, let me look at your songs. Okay, your choruses could be better. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? Check out this song and mimic this song. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of, unless you're with an independent publisher, which I am with. Okay. You know, when I was at Universal, it was, you know, bless them for giving me the loot to get in, but there wasn't much attention. Okay. It was just, they were like, oh, let's sign him because he wrote this smash and hope he writes something else. Right. Because I'd always be like, hey, can I, link me with Pharrell or whoever's on the lineup? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, cool. And nothing happens. Damn. Okay. Like Stacey Bartz, she's right, she's smashing. Let me get in. Mm-hmm. No? Okay.
So they kind of like, if for you to be with this big company, they're kind of like, all right, well, you made it this far, you better go, and we're not gonna do everything for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Go get it.
We got 5,000 of you. Whereas now I'm at a smaller company and they got 10 of me.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense though, because now they can give you more attention.
Right.
I heard someone say that once about like managers, like don't sign to a manager that has a whole bunch of like people that they manage, because they can't really give you the time that you would need to like be an artist, especially if they're managing other artists compared to like one artist and one producer and one songwriter.
I mean, I would definitely agree with that. Yeah. Okay. It's a fine line, because those same managers can probably kick open the doors, but then once they kick open the doors, they got so many people talking that the people can't hear what you trying to say. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Yeah. Everybody talking.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, sorry.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Good analogy. This tying into songwriting, this would be a funny segue. How important would you say split sheets are to a songwriter or to anyone and who make music?
Split sheets are terrible. I mean, unless you're in Nashville. Nashville, it operates like a corporation. You know, they're just like, okay, end of session. Okay, here we go. It's your company. Okay, you got what? 10? Okay, I got 15. You know, it's like you do it right there. But you know, in the world we're in this pop, R&B, hip hop, it's so gray.
Yeah.
And doing split sheets can like ruin the vibe a lot of times.
Yes, it can.
And I mean, especially if there's nothing happening with the song, you know, you just want to be creative and create like a new baby together. And then somebody says, all right, cool, but wait, hold on. Wait, you wrote 6 words of that chorus, so probably let's give you 7%, and then I'll, you know, we'll be like, nah, nigga, I said, and then you changed it. Like it didn't have to be changed. It was fine.
Start at each other's throats.
Yeah.
But I know, like I've had stuff placed where, like, you know, like years later, stuff will get picked up.
Yeah.
So then, like, what would you say? What's the best way to approach situations like that? Like, do you think splitting things evenly is like a common way of doing things? Just like whoever worked on it, like you guys just all kind of.
I don't share that opinion.
Okay.
Because most of the time it's not even.
Okay.
Unless you're partners in something.
Right.
You know, if we partner and we gonna do 10 songs, okay, we'll just split it. Because there might be songs you bring to the table first, I bring to the table. Maybe I gotta leave town for 2 days, you know, whatever. But if you're just writing with somebody, in general, you can break it down by how much the chorus is, how much the verse is worth. 50% music, 50% lyric, you know. So if I do all the music and then I have 2 people there writing lyrics and I don't say anything, I would do 50, 25, 25.
Okay.
You know, I'm not doing 33, 33, 33.
Right. Okay.
That doesn't make any sense to me. And I mean, in my case, I usually write on the top line also and the music. So then I feel like, okay, I'm doing like a lot of work to get the same thing that person
Right.
for just doing the lyric, not even the melody. You know,
that makes sense.
But I think every case is different. You know, like Burt Bacharach. When I worked with him, he told me he gives everybody credit in the room, even if somebody just comes in randomly. He's like giving them credit.
That's
because
dope. I've heard that before.
He says if they didn't walk in the room, it wouldn't have changed the energy the way to end up where they ended up. Maybe a girl comes in a red dress and excites the moment, and you're like, oh yeah, and in red. So, I mean, I could see that, but I would say you split stuff evenly if you have a team. You know, and people are doing their part.
Right. Okay.
Don't carry monkeys on the back just to make it happen.
Right.
Because you will be pissed off later. You'll go back and you'll be angry. Someone's gonna get a Grammy off of some shit that they didn't really do nothing on, and you gonna be pissed.
The extra 10%, yeah, that can go a long way.
10%.
You hear the song on the radio, you're like,
You know what I mean?
You didn't even do nothing.
Yeah, you didn't even do nothing. They'll be the loudest person in the magazines and in the doing interviews with shades on. Like, yeah. So when I was writing this, you'd be like, what? Nigga, I did all of it.
I can see it happen. We in Hollywood. They pull up next to you at the light. And the car better than yours. He's like,
what? That's a rental. What are you doing?
I just signed my pub deal.
How you get a pub deal?
Right.
You got 5%. Yeah.
All right. So we went from production. We covered songwriting. You are also an artist.
Yeah.
Very talented artist.
Thank you.
I know you do a lot of stuff on your own. You've done TV stuff. You've done commercials. What's it like? How's artist life compared to being behind the boards? You know, what's going on? How does it feel to be the artist in front of the boards?
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
You know, I love connecting with people. I love each chunk and facet and, you know, asset that I have, but performing is like, I get my acting out, I get to like reach people, and I've said this several times, but it's amazing to me when you can say like, one word and it falls on 50,000 ears at the same time. Oh my God. That is electric to me. I got goosebumps right now.
I see, yeah, I can see him there.
Yeah. And so yeah, performing and just having that command of the stage and the audience, and that is, it's amazing to me. I will never stop performing, never stop doing my solo thing. You know, it may have to slow down because financially it's a bitch.
Okay.
But
Do you have to pay for a lot of stuff? Like it's pretty like out of pocket, everything?
yeah, everything's out of pocket. You know, I chose to do it that way. And it's a smart way to go depending on, you know, how you play it.
Right.
You know, you can put in $100,000 to get 5 million. You do it on your own. You do it with a label, they do all the monies and then you may end up with $1 million, which is still a cool payday.
Right.
But not the same as 5 million. So
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
That extra 4 million.
yeah, I was gambling on that extra, but you know, it hasn't flipped over yet to that big mass market. But regardless, like I will play a room full of 50 people and enjoy myself
I bet.
just the same.
I've seen you do it.
Yeah.
I've seen the 5 or the 50, and I've seen the 35,000 at Rhythm and Vine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a very fun moment. Yeah, we never got to reflect on that. That was a fun time. So with being an artist, would you say is the hustle, like the grind, different than being like a producer? Or would you say it's a little more like difficult?
The artist thing is more difficult, I think, because it's your face, it's your name, and with the ups and downs go your face and your name.
Right.
You know what I mean? The people be like, oh yeah, I saw him, that show wasn't very hot. Or they could say like, oh my God, that guy over there, like he's amazing. Either way, you know, like take the Black Eyed Peas, which is part of my family. People are like, oh yeah, the Black Eyed Peas, nah, we're not checking for them. It's like, no one's no less talented.
Right.
It's just, oh, okay, they don't have the hit joint that's out right now. So, but all the people that produced and did stuff underneath it, like myself, we're still cool. It's like, oh yeah, he's a producer, cool. Let's get in the lab with him.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Because you're not like the one, like you said, you're not in the down at that point. You're like, oh, they're down to you, but I'm cool. Granted, I'm the reason they were up when you thought they were up.
Right.
That's very interesting.
I mean, yeah, the grass is always greener, you know? But ultimately, I think being the artist is harder. You have to get people to do shit for, you know, cheap, help you out. And in this industry, it's like, if you're helping somebody else out, you're taking time away from your own shit.
Right. Yep.
And nobody really wants to do that.
Yeah. Or when not, especially for free.
For free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say like how much effort or like energy do you put into like marketing, like social media marketing and like all of that?
I've paid for that. I've paid for a marketing team. I've paid for a video plugger. I've paid for social media. All that shit is like $3,000 a month. Each thing. You look up, and I think at one point I was paying like 20 grand a month. And I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah.
Like, what am I getting out of it?
Yeah.
It's almost as if you'd be better served to take 10 grand and go to like Power 106 or somebody else, you know, and get some DJ and be like, okay, well, what slot can I get for 10 grand? I know you can't do payola,
right?
But I'm just gonna buy your mama
that Benz.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy your mama the Benz. I'm gonna buy some commercial time, you know,
right?
You know, I'm in between, and it depends stylistically what you're trying to do too with that.
So because there's image, so like you know, like you said, style. There's fashion. There's branding.
So much branding, and you really have to look at the younger, like little kids that do this shit. Like, how is there like a 14-year-old with 2 million followers? You know what I mean? Like, what are they doing?
Yep.
They're just playing video games? Okay. You know what I mean? What is this person doing? Oh, they're just talking shit about people. Okay. Well, I'm trying to be all like righteous.
Right.
Okay, let me get, yeah. Now bring him in and let's do, nah, that's, I mean.
I feel it. Would you say?